Hey, it's Jace Denman with Flag Family Media. I'm with head coach Tim Bergstraser of the MSUM Dragons. Coach, you just finished up your Christmas/holiday break. How are you feeling after coming back from that break?
Well, I'm ready to get to it. I think our guys are as well. It's been we're creeping on almost 3 weeks now before we played someone, so it's a little more different this first week because we usually play someone in that first weekend, so it's kind of like 3 or 4 practices, just kind of getting back in the swing of things. So it's nice to actually have a little more preparation for an opponent here going into this weekend. So we did a lot more of that today compared to last week. So it's you just never know. I mean, you're going to be sluggish. I'm sure these guys didn't eat too healthy over the break, and I don't blame them. And we needed that break really bad. Our guys were pretty banged up, and they finished out that semester obviously the right way. So we definitely needed some time to rest.
So you have this time to rest, kind of recoup, regenerate a little bit. But when you look back at the first half of the season, if you want to call it that, what are your initial thoughts of that first half of the season as you look forward to the second half?
Yeah, well, it's behind us. We all know that. But coming into the season, I was just eager to see the type of team we were going to be. I knew we lost a lot of some tough quality pieces from last year, and I loved that we were bringing in for this year. But everybody kept asking preseason. I was just curious. And I think it showed the toughness of our team. We won a lot of close games, and a lot of guys stepped up and made winning big-time plays. So it was kind of good to get a gauge on the type of team we can be. But like I said before, that is definitely behind us, and we have a very tough second semester here with some very tough opponents. So I like our guys' mindset, and again, I'm back to the curiosity of what we're going to do the second semester and playing some very good basketball teams in our league. So we just got to keep attacking the mindset of we got to become a better basketball team. And we might think that we played some up and down basketball in that first semester, and we were still fortunate enough to be 12-0. So we got to understand why not try to be better than what we were doing.
So when we look at this first weekend, first off, you got a game in Sioux Falls against Augustana. You got to go all the way down to Wayne, Nebraska. You finished off that first semester going to Minot, so you've got kind of 2 of your longer trips there in the NSIC, kind of bookending around that holiday break. So is it good to get out on the road and get a couple of road contests in this weekend, or would you prefer to come back from break and start off at home? I mean, I know we'd all like to just play all of our games at home and have home court advantage, but is it good to kind of get a big long trip out of the way this weekend and kind of get back into it? Yeah,
I mean, if you look at it that way, I'd say so. Obviously, we love to all be home, and we've been on the road a lot this year. We had 12 games, 9 on the road, something like that. Yeah. So I mean, it wouldn't hurt to be at home. But, I mean, like you said, I mean, we only have so many long trips this semester, so to be able to get one of those right away out the way, that helps. But, again, in the end, we're playing very good opponents, and it being on the road never makes it easy either. But it's we'll see how it goes. I'm just very curious and eager to see how our guys are ready to compete. And I'm hoping we don't come out too sluggish right away, because you kind of get that for that first game back from break. And if it is like that, hopefully it only lasts like 30 seconds. So we'll just hope on that one.
Well, when we look at this weekend's specific matchups against Augustana, against Wayne, Nebraska, what are some of the challenges that those two teams kind of provide the MSUM Dragons going into this weekend?
Yeah, Augustana, they are who they are ever since I played against them, and they're big, they're physical, and they run a system that's been pretty productive ever since I've been playing against them. So they're going to play a lot of bigger guys. They're going to run extremely fast in transition. They love to push the pace. They're going to try to beat the crap out of us on the glass. So we just got to match that. I don't want to say it's exhausting, but they push it every single time. So they're going to definitely have us on our toes, and they like to play, like I said, the physicality point, and they're just going to try to pressure us and get in our shorts. So we got to be ready to attack that right from the jump. We can't be surprised.
Right.
So, and I don't think that's any secret. That's just how they like to play, and that's how they've always done it. And then it's kind of going into Wayne. They play the same way in a way. Like their defensive system, offensive system is a lot different.
Yeah.
But how they like to play defensively is chaotic. They're going to be all up in our face, and they're going to try to make it difficult. They're not going to let us get comfortable. So it's more so going into the weekend, just not being surprised. We know they're going to be coming after us. We got to be ready to attack it and just play with poise.
So when we look at this second half of the season, too, last question for you: how do you and the coaching staff keep kind of building towards that main point that every team in basketball is looking forward to, and that's March Madness? It's conference tournament into national tournament. How do you keep building what you've built so far and keep that momentum going forward towards the end of the season, which that's when you want to play your absolute best ball of the year?
Right, and that's all I've been telling the guys. Like I said before, it's like, yes, we were 12-0 to start. That's awesome. We're never going to discredit our guys for that. They found a way to win some tough games. But we still got to be real with ourselves. We weren't playing our best basketball. We're going to be very fortunate that we're on the right side of the ball, but we're not playing our best yet. So, and I think if we could just keep putting that in our guys' heads, and I really believe they think that too. I think we could be in good shape because, like I said, we are playing some very, very good basketball teams here. And as a staff, we got to try to keep our guys curious, keep things creative. But in the end, we can't overthink things and try to deviate from what we do. So, and I think our guys are just going to have that mindset of we got to become a better basketball team. I think it's a simple way to put it.
Yep, get better every week. This is going to be a good test down at Augie, and then obviously followed up by Wayne State. So obviously, best of luck. We'll be there with you guys on Saturday down in Wayne, Nebraska, making our second trip to Wayne for James and myself this weekend. So best of luck. We'll be keeping an eye on you guys this weekend. So hopefully, we'll have another good conversation next week after a good weekend road trip.
Likewise, appreciate it.
All right, this is Jace Denman for Flag Family Media. We'll talk to you soon.